Friends, welcome back once again in the video lecture series of data communication and networking. Its subject code is 1618502 according to your SBT syllabus. Today I am going to teach you unit number 2. Its name is transmission media, and under transmission media I will teach you about radio waves and VHF, that is very high frequency wave, right? So this is my name and my designation. So let's start with the first topic, that is list of content, that whatever the important topic I will cover in this video. So first of all I will tell you about radio waves. Next I will teach you about propagation characteristics of radio waves. Later on I will emphasize on radio communication. After that I will also tell you some applications of radio waves. Then I will teach you about very high frequency waves, and at last I will try to summarize the above content in one slide, and also I will give you a brief description about references, right? Okay. So let's start about the first topic, that is radio waves. So it is a type of electromagnetic radiation with wavelengths in the electromagnetic spectrum longer than the infrared light. So its wavelength is longer than that of the infrared light. So here I have given you some description. Its frequency is as high as 300 gigahertz and low as 30 hertz. That means its frequencies ranges between 30 to 300 gigahertz, right? At 300 gigahertz the wavelength is 1 millimeter, and at 30 gigahertz its wavelength is 10,000 kilometers. So range is the wavelength ranges between 1 millimeter to 10,000 kilometer. Next, the wavelength of radio wave can be anywhere from shorter, that grains of rice, to longer to the radius of the earth. That means the same thing. That means grain of the rice is what? 1 millimeter, right? And what is the radius of the earth? That is no next to your 10,000, right? So like all other electromagnetic waves, radio waves travels at the speed of light in vacuum, right? Whenever a vacuum space is available, then it travels in the form of speed of light. They are basically generated by electric charges undergoing accelerations such as time varying electric currents. So there are special electric charges which is accelerating due to the time over electric current, right? Okay, normally or naturally occurring of radio waves are emitted by lightning and astronomical objects. So how radio waves are generated, which are being emitted by lightning or astronomical objects. So some more points are there. During vacuum only it will travel in the speed of light, as I have already discussed. When passing through the material medium, they are slowed according to their permeability. Permeability means penetratively, right? And permittivity. Air is thin enough that earth atmosphere radio waves travel very close to the speed of light. So why it is capable to travel in the form of speed of light? Because air is so thin that earth atmosphere is treated as vacuum for, especially for the radio waves, and that is why they can be able to travel at the speed of light. The wavelength is the distance from one peak of the wave of electrical field to the next, and it is inversely proportional to the frequency of the wave. So what is the basic factor? So next is given some distance about a radio wave, that is, it can travel in 1 second in a vacuum, and the distance is given, that is 299,792,458. That means how much? 29 crores 97 lakhs 92,458 meters, which is very much equivalent to your this one was 98 crores 35 lakhs 71,056 feet, right? And it is having the wavelength of 1 hertz radio signal. So let's talk about propagation characteristics. Propagation characteristics is also a very important in radio waves. So as we have already known to us that radio waves are mostly widely used in communication where we are using electromagnetic waves. Their desirable propagation properties stemming from their large wavelength, means they are having a wide range of wavelengths. That is why this radio waves are normally used in transmission. Okay, radio waves is having the ability to pass through atmosphere, foliage, and even most of the building materials, right? So radio waves are capable to travel within vacuum also and through the building materials also. Additionally, if the radio wave has to be passed through atmosphere, it can be easily passed because they are having a wide range of frequency. So electromagnetic waves are tends to be scattered rather than absorb the object larger than their wavelength. This is the very important property that wavelength is having, that is, it contains the scattered property rather than absorbed by the objects. That is why it is prominently used for transmission. The study of radio propagation is how the radio waves move freely in the free space and over the surface of the earth, right? Okay, so what do you mean by propagation? Propagation means we are having two things, that is surface of the earth and free space. So how they behave while they are propagating in these natural phenomena? So first is your indirect propagation. Indirect propagation normally reaches to the point beyond the line of sight, which is done by diffraction or reflection. So whenever we are talking about line of sight, so at that time the propagation of radio waves are normally indirect. Diffraction allows the radio waves to bend around obstruction such as building, edges, vehicle or turn in the wall. That means जब भी रेडियो वेव्स किसी बिल्डिंग के साथ टकराता है तो नॉर्मली क्या होता है, वो डिफ्रैक्ट करता है. डिफ्रैक्शन में होता क्या है कि वो टकराने के बाद वो बेंड हो जाता है, राइट? सो दैट द रेडियो वेव शुड नॉट बी टियर डाउन. Okay, radio waves are also partially reflected from surface such as wall, floor, ceiling, vehicle and ground. तो दोनों ही चीजें होती हैं इसमें, इसके प्रोपोगेशन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स में दोनों ही चीजें होती हैं. पहली चीज कि ये डिफ्रैक्ट भी करता है, अगर जो ऑब्जेक्ट है बहुत ज्यादा हार्ड है, और कभी कभी क्या करता है कि ये पार्शियली ये रिफ्लेक्ट भी करता है. सो डिफ्रैक्शन एंड रिफ्लेक्शन बोथ आर द इंपॉर्टेंट प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ प्रोपोगेशन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ द रेडियो वेव. Next, let us talk about line of sight. What is line of sight? Basically, when the radio waves are traveling in the straight line with the help of transmitting and receiving antenna, then that is known as your line of sight. And basically, line of sight is supposed to be the the best transmission among all the guided or unguided medium. At the lower frequency, The radio waves can pass through building, foliage, or other obstruction. That means if the frequency is having low, then it can penetrate through your building, foliage, and other obstacles, right? Okay. On the surface of the earth, it is limited, means line of sight propagation is limited by the visual horizon, and which is tends to 64 kilometers. That means visual horizon को हम लोग 64 kilometers मानते हैं straight way. ये 64 kilometers के बाद ऐसा लगता है कि we are approaching to the horizon. Okay. Dish antennas are used to transmit the beams of microwave point-to-point microwave relay links, transmit the television signals over long distance over visual horizon. So whenever we are talking about visual horizon, at that time microwaves का बहुत ज़्यादा use होता है. Radio wave is a subset of your microwave, right? Okay. Ground stations can be communicate with satellite and spacecraft million from the earth. So whenever we want to have a communication with the ground station, so basically at that time satellite and different spacecraft is taking role in that. So let us talk about radio communication. So information is normally carried across the space using the radio waves. That means information is treated as baseband signal, and radio is treated as your carrier signal. At the sending end, the information is to be sent in the form of time varying electrical signals is applied to the radio transmitter. Whatever the information packet is receiving at the receiver end, it should be time varying electrical signal, right? Time varying electrical signal means that we should take the accountability of delay time also. Okay, the information signal can be audio signal representing sound from the microphone, or a video signal representing the moving image from the camera. See, in such type of communication, when we are sending the audio signals or video signals, at that time jitterness is very important. Jitterness is very important, and that is why such type of information are sent by your radio communication only. So in the transmitter, there is an electronic oscillator which generates the AC current that oscillating the radio frequency. So to having the proper communication, we have to oscillate the radio frequency, and this is done by the electronic oscillator which is already present in the transmitter. The information signal is used to modulate the carrier, altering some aspects of it, that is known as piggy banking. See, normally information solely cannot be traveled through the transmission media, so it has to have some carrier signal. So radio waves are providing a very good platform as carrier signal to transmit the information from one place to another place. The oscillating current pushes the electrons in the antenna back and forth, creating the oscillating electric and magnetic field when radiating the energy away from the antenna as radio waves. What does it mean? That means oscillating current is playing an important role while information is being transmitted between two antennas by oscillating the radio frequency. Okay, some more points about radio communication is, at the receiver end, the oscillating current and the magnetic field of incoming radio waves push the electrons in the receiving antenna back to forth. Actually, जो हमें जो इंफॉर्मेशन जो मिलता है रिसीवर एंड पे वहां पे दो चीजें होती हैं. पहली चीज होती है ऑसिलेटिंग इलेक्ट्रिक और दूसरी चीज होती है मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, राइट? ये दोनों चीजें आपकी पहुंचती है कहां पे? रिसीवर एंड पे पहुंचती है. The voltage is applied to the radio receiver which extracts the information signal. अच्छा, मैंने अक्सर एक चीज मैंने बताया होगा कि घोड़ा और घुड़सवार, सो घुड़सवार जो होता है, घोड़ा जो होता है उस घुड़सवार को लेकर के जाता है एंड रिसीवर एंड पे छोड़ देता है. सो वोल्टेज इज अप्लाइड फॉर रेडियो रिसीवर. सो फॉर डिमोड्यूलेशन बेसिकली वी यूज सम वोल्टेज सिग्नल्स, राइट. What does voltage signals do? That it extract the information signal from the carrier signal. The receiver first uses the band pass filter to separate the desired radio station to radio signal from all other radio signals picked up by the antenna. Then it amplifies the signal. So before the amplification of the signal, the receiver first uses the band pass filter in order to separate the desired radio signal of a radio station from all other radio signals, because अलग अलग रेडियो सिग्नल्स की अलग अलग फ्रीक्वेंसी होगी. तो एम्पलीफिकेशन के पहले हमें उस इंफॉर्मेशन को या उस चीज को निकालना जरूरी है ताकि जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन जिस रेडियो स्टेशन का है उस तक वो आसानी से पहुंच सके. The radio waves from many transmitters pass through the air simultaneously without interfering with each other. Normally ये देखा गया है कि whenever we are passing or transmitting the radio waves, so in that transmission the hindrance or interference is less probabilistic, यानी there is a less chance of interference of other devices. Okay, they are also separated, means they are separated in the receiver because each transmitter radio waves oscillate at different rate. जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया कि whatever the signals are coming, they are having different frequencies. So in order to receive the signal information to the particular destination, it has to be separated by the receiver, because the radio waves are normally it broadcast. So too many receivers can take participate for receiving the packets or receiving the information. Now it depends upon them that what are their frequency of taking or receiving the information. Okay, so this is the very बेसिक डायग्राम ऑफ योर रेडियो वेव्स. रेडियो वेव्स कुछ इस तरीके से दिखता है. बेसिकली इसका GIF आपको रेडियो वेव्स एक्चुअली एक्टिविटी कैसे कहता है, यू कैन ऑल्सो सी वॉचिंग ऑन इंटरनेट टू सी हाउ इट वर्क्स, राइट. एंड दिस इज द सेकेंड पिक्चर थ्रू विच आई हैव ट्राइड टू एक्सप्लेन यू दैट देयर आर सो मेनी frequency of waves are there, and depending upon their frequency the entire waves are classified into different segments. Say this is your low frequency, this is your radio frequency, this is your infrared frequency, this is your ultraviolet, then your X-rays, then your gamma rays, and these frequencies are represented, these frequencies are representing the frequencies differently. Like low frequency is from 0 to 50 hertz. Radio frequency is from 100 kilohertz to 300 gigahertz. That I have already told you. When you are talking about infrared rays, then it is 30 terahertz. Like next one is your ultraviolet 600 terahertz, right? And next one is your और बड़ा होता जाता है. So right now you are restricted about radio frequency. That's why I have taken this in a highlighted picture. So let's talk about some application of radio waves. This is omnidirectional characteristics of radio waves, which makes them useful for multicasting, in which there is one sender and two many receivers. So what is multicasting? I will just let you know when I will teach you computer networks in depth. Okay, they are also used in for AM and FM radios. AM for amplitude modulation and FM for frequency modulation, television, maritime radio, cordless phone, paging are some very good examples of your multicasting. So this is the one good example of your how radio waves are really transmitting. These are different towers which are working as antenna, FM tower, TV tower, TV tower. This is the cell tower, and they are transmitting the signal to here. That is your UWB backscatter device, and this is being uh, means connected with your universal backscatter scatter receiver, right? So through this means through this different antenna, the information is received first to your USB backscatter device, and after that everything is going to this receiver end, and hence the information is fetching from antenna to the receiver end. Okay. So let's talk about the last topic about very high frequency. As the name indicates, it is having so very high frequency, which is normally ranging from 30 to 300 megahertz. Okay. Next one is your basically it corresponds to the wavelength of 10 meters to 1 meter, right? Okay. The frequency is immediately below VHF. VHF is nothing but very high frequency, is denoted by high frequency, means उस फ्रीक्वेंसी के VHF के जस्ट नीचे जो होता है उसको हम लोग HF कहते हैं, हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी कहते हैं. एंड नेक्स्ट हायर फ्रीक्वेंसी इज नोन एज अल्ट्रा हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी, यानी VHF is sandwich between HF and UHF. HF is the lower level of VHF and UHF is the higher level of UHF. Okay. Common uses for radio waves in the VHF band are digital audio broadcasting, DAB and FM, such as radio broadcasting and television broadcasting. See, these VHF, very high frequencies, are normally used in television, radio broadcasting, means two types of networking. It is being used in multicasting and in broadcasting. Okay, so where they are basically used, they are used in emergency, they are used in business, some private use, and they are also used in military. Long range data communication up to several 10 of kilometers with radio modems, amateur radio and marine communication. So whenever you want to go for the long range of data communication, so at that time you can use a radio modem, amateur video and marine communication. So this is a neat diagram of your various frequency band. Here you are having VLF. Okay, then you are having LF, MF, HF, that is high frequency, medium frequency. This is VLF means very low frequency, LF means low frequency, MF means medium frequency, HF means high frequency. We are talking about this one, which I was pointing here, which is very high frequency. Then we are having ultra high frequency, right? Then we are having super high frequency and so on, right? So it basically it ranges from 3 hertz to 300 gigahertz, right? Okay, fine. So let's go and watch the summary. So radio waves in vacuum tube travels in the speed of light. Okay. When passing through material medium, they are slowed according to their permeability and permittivity. Sorry. As the air is thin enough that the Earth atmospheric radio waves travel very close to the speed of light, right? Because in thin air they are capable to transmit in the speed of light. Like all other electromagnetic waves, radio waves travel at the speed of light in vacuum. So suppose you are having vacuum, it can able to travel in the speed of light. Okay, so electric charges, they are generated by electric charges which undergo acceleration, and such such as time varying electric current, that I have already told you. Next one is your HF. No, sorry, VHF, underlying between HF and UHF. VHF is your very high frequency, and lower level of VHF is high frequency, and upper level is your UHF. Common uses for radio waves in the VHF band are digital audio broadcasting, that is also known as DAB, and they are also known as they are also used in FM, that is frequency modulation, radio broadcasting, and television signaling. So let's talk about some references. So these are some references I have given to you. Some books are given as a reference. Some, if you want to go for online study, you may go to this URL, and to excel your knowledge, so you can go for this online engineering. YouTube videos are also there, and some dedicated videos are also there. So thank you so much for watching this video. Have a nice day.